Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Monday Night Football slate. This is the finale of Monday Night Football, and this is a great individual matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This could be the last home game for. This is going to be the last home game. This will be the last home game for Ben Roethlisberger with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is a little farewell. We'll see how he performs. We'll see if the matchup adds up, if everything lines up for him to have a great game. We're really not gonna play him in captain. Let's be real. No, he's not Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson did good. He did good Sunday. It was his last home game. Could be. But this is a little bit different here, all right? Now, before we deep dive into this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD. And also, if you're viewing the video, just click that subscribe button. Much, much appreciated. We're going to, the goal is 1K, all right? The goal is 1K so I can do the giveaway. And just support. Just support. That's all I'm asking for. I appreciate you guys. I'm giving out free information here, really breaking down the X's and O's of these games and giving you the best plays. And if you're paying attention to the thumbnail, I kind of give you who's going to win the game if you want to if you just pay attention, right? Just think about it. All right. Now, also, guys, don't forget to sign up for the Patreon. It's right there in front of you. And this is some of the clients I have right now. Winnings from the NBA DFS slates that we do daily. All right, this is all a part of it. We have my boy Rome Glover come through and have a nice little winning right here in NBA with single entries, with double ups, doing it very smart. All right, we go through these talks each and every day, like what to go for, different types of tournaments, what's better use of you spending your money so you can have a better chance of winning. And this is it. Doubled ups, single entries, lower those chances of those 100,000 tournaments and all that. That's cool. The money is big, but we need consistency. This is another day right here, 18 for 55 winnings. It's another solid outing, consistency. Thank you, Rome Glover. All right. Now let's get into this breakdown here. We're going to start off with the injury report. Okay. First, we have Ben Roethlisberger, full participant, past 2 days. Even though he didn't practice Thursday, he's going to be fine. Buddy Johnson, linebacker, is going to be out. Kendrick Green is questionable. He got in limited practice on Saturday, so he could be trending to playing. Myles Garrett is going to be fine. Ronnie Harrison Jr., safety, is out. Troy Hill, cornerback, is out. That's going to be trouble going up against Claypool, Deontay Johnson, and Pat Freiermuth, those type of guys. Kareem Hunt is going to be back as the number 2. He's going to be trending towards playing. Just be very mindful on that. It is a Q tag. Malik Jackson is fine as a questionable as well. We got John Johnson III, who's out. That's another safety that they're missing. And everyone else is going to be fine for this game, okay? Like I said, the Cleveland Browns have been eliminated. Pittsburgh is still alive. Fortunately, to that time, they're 7-1. They still have a little glimpse of hope. Okay, but they're going to need a lot of help. Let's start out with the captain position in this slate. Obviously, this should be Ben Roethlisberger's farewell, but we're going to start out with Nick Chubb. If we're looking at fantasy points allowed to running backs, that is the telltale sign for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's been their real Achilles heel all season long. They have not been able to stop the run. And if we're looking at who's the worst, who's the bottom, that's been the Pittsburgh Steelers, 32nd overall, 157 yards a game to running backs, 5 yards a carry, 1.2 touchdowns a game. So that's Nick Chubb, and that's also Kareem Hunt. Okay, both of these guys can be captain spots that we should look forward to in this game. This is a prime matchup for the Cleveland Browns going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers and their poor run defense. I don't care that it's in Pittsburgh. If you can't stop the run, you can't stop the run. And Nick Chubb is a monster. last week against Green Bay, 17 for 126 and a touchdown, 3 receptions, 4 targets, 58 yards. He had a full workload with 30 fantasy points the game prior. Didn't get 100 yards, but got in the end zone. That's what you like to see out of Nick Chubb. All right, this man is a full workhorse, even with sharing running back duties with Kareem Hunt, with DeAndre Johnson. He still puts up elite numbers. And then also Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is with the Q tag, but he's going to be the third down back, coming in, spelling in for Nick Chubb, and we should see some decent usage out of him. Slowly coming back against Baltimore. Baltimore those last 2 games with 2 fantasy points and 3 fantasy points. That is not usually him. If we go back to the beginning of the season, 17 fantasy points against KC, 27 against Chicago, 16 against Minnesota, and 25 against the Chargers. Okay, that's what you like to see out of Kareem Hunt in this type of matchup. And obviously, we might have to save some salary in some spots. Kareem Hunt can be a very sneaky value RB for Monday Night Football. All right, let's move on to the next guy. They're going to play at the captain spot will be Najee Harris. And it doesn't matter the matchup because currently the matchup against running backs, Browns are 4th and 5th, okay? In this similar matchup earlier this season, Najee Harris against the Cleveland Browns in Week 8 had 21 fantasy points, 26 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown. 3 receptions on 3 targets and 29 yards receiving as well. This man is that workhorse. Like I told you about for Sunday with David Montgomery, Najee Harris is that guy, okay? You're getting 15 to 20 touches rushing, and you're going to get a nice little floor of receptions, 3 to 5 each and every game. You just need him to get in the end zone. As long as he's getting exposure, we're definitely going to that well. Hopefully he can get to his 10th touchdown as well. That'll be great for him. Let's continue on down the line. DeAndre Johnson, the number 1 wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's been very mediocre all year. Is that his fault? No, that's the problem of the quarterback play. Ben Roethlisberger has not been good all year long, but despite that, Deontay Johnson has been putting up solid numbers against KC. 6 receptions, 9 targets, 51 yards, and a touchdown. He did lose a fumble and he had some dropsies in that game against KC. That's his Achilles heel, but he's still an elite wide receiver that needs to be notified. And with some of these weaker corners on the Cleveland Browns side, I think Deontay Johnson can definitely have a nice day. If we go back to the first meeting, he had 6 receptions, 13 targets, 98 yards receiving. That's a pretty good game. The targets was there. I'm telling you, he has those dropsies, which is really, really annoying. He can have some huge weeks, but he loves to drop the ball for some odd reason. But still, he has almost 100 receptions on the year. Okay, Deontay Johnson is someone we cannot fade. Definitely put him in there. Jarvis Landry is another captain option. We're looking at fantasy points allowed to wide receivers. The Steelers are 16th and 26th. 26 in the red zone. So when you get in that red zone area, Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield is going to throw to one of his favorite targets in Jarvis Landry. He's the new number 1 now since Odell has gone against Green Bay last week. 4 receptions, 7 targets, 55 yards. Didn't get in the end zone, but we saw a very good effort out of him. The previous weeks against Baltimore, that's what you want to see. 5 for 10 for 41 and a touchdown, and then 6 for 10 for 111. Hopefully we can have one of those performances out of him on this Monday. Let's continue down. I still have a few more plays that can be captain worthy. I'm going to stay away from the quarterbacks because these are not the type of quarterbacks that should be in captain spots. Okay, when I talk about quarterbacks that should be in captain spots, they are very dynamic. They have great offenses. They're very, very elite. And this is below average. It would have to be a miracle for Baker Mayfield and Ben Roethlisberger to become a captain in this slate. Okay, this is an individual matchup, low scoring usually. So you're going to see kickers, defense, and hopefully you have the right combination of offensive playmakers. So that's going to be the breakout for this. All right, Chase Claypool can obviously take the top off the defense. He only has 1 TD this year. This is a crazy correction of what he did the year previous. You got to take this year with a grain of salt for Chase Claypool. Definitely come back to the well next year. Hopefully they have a better quarterback situation. But for now, I definitely can get with him for this final Monday Night Football game. Hopefully, we're trying to give Ben Roethlisberger a big bang, a big finish. And Claypool can be that guy. He's going to be the deep route guy that can really take the top off the defense going up against Cleveland. I think I like Chase Claypool at 7,200. All right. Those are all the captain options. That's a lot of options. It's a lot of options there. Um, let's continue on down the line. There's still one more left that I really like, so I'll throw him as the captain, and then we'll continue on with the flex plays, and that's going to be Pat Freiermuth. This rookie tight end, Baby Gronk, has been very, very special this year. Slowly started at the beginning of the year, and then he came on strong from weeks 5 on. 14 fantasy points against Cleveland in that previous matchup. Week 9 he had 21 fantasy points, and then week 11 he had 11. Week 12 he had 14. He's been used more and more in this offense. Pat Freiermuth is going to be one of those new safety blankets for Ben Roethlisberger for the rest of this season, which is only 2 games. He really usurped Eric Ebron as the tight end, and now he's the number 1 guy at the tight end position. I love Pat Freiermuth. Let's continue on with the remaining flex plays, and then we can close this video out. If we're looking at some cheaper mid-range guys down here, we're going to start off with the Cleveland Browns side. If you're not going with Jarvis Landry, I would take Donovan Peoples-Jones over Rashard Higgins. I like his big play ability. He has a very nice catch radius. He has speed. He has size. 6 targets last week against Green Bay. Just a tough matchup, but he did get targeted. That's what you want to see. 6 targets against Green Bay. 8 targets against the Raiders. Okay, and in that Baltimore game, he had 5 for 7 for 90. So the upside is there. He has some 20-point games as well. Donovan Peoples-Jones, definitely like him for a mid-range flex play. I did speak about Rashard Higgins. He's going to be 3rd on my depth chart if I'm going over, who's next in line after Jarvis Landry. Higgins had a solid game against Green Bay with 6 targets, 5 receptions, 58 yards. That easily could have been Donovan Peoples-Jones, but those drops or just mishaps didn't happen to go his way. He's been very inconsistent. Rashard Higgins, less consistent than Donovan Peoples-Jones. That's why I'm choosing him over Rashard Higgins. All right. Kareem Hunt, I already spoke about. And the tight end position, Austin Hooper is the number 1 tight end. The Steelers defense is 1st and 2nd against tight ends. So I want to stay away from Hooper, which is the initial tight end. I have no problems going to the others because Cleveland Browns run a lot of 2 tight end, 3 tight end sets where they use David Njoku and they also use Harrison Bryant. Okay, so we'll throw these guys in there. David Njoku at 4,200. And then Harrison Bryant right there at 3,000. These are going to be more your cheaper options to fill in that bottom of the flex position, but they do get used, okay? Week 15, 5 fantasy points. Week 12, 12.5 fantasy points. This is just a filler in. If you're not feeling comfortable with a kicker who's around the same price or a defense who's around the same price, you could definitely go to one of these tight end options where you see a scenario where they're in the red zone, they do a little play action trickery, and it's one of the 3rd or 2nd tight ends that get open, and that could be the key to winning first place is having that cheap guy that really goes off. And as you can see right here, Harrison Bryant, week 16 against Green Bay, that 1 catch was very crucial. It was a touchdown. And at his cheap price at 1,800, that's huge. That really is huge. And then week before that, week 15 against the Raiders, he came through with 2 receptions, 11 yards, and a touchdown. That's another huge performance at 1,600. So these are the type of gems that we're going to look for to really fill in at the bottom of your flex positions so you can pay up at the captain spot. So it's very, very crucial there. We're not going any defenses, even though this should be a low score type of game. I'm seeing more upside. Actually, let's be real. The kickers suck. The kickers suck all year. Boswell has been horrible all year long. He has 1 great game against Tennessee. Some middling games down below. If I'm choosing one or the other, I'm gonna lean Boswell. We're gonna stick with staying away from defenses because that's our motto. We're just gonna, unless it's clear cut third string quarterback, 2nd string quarterback, or someone that's just horrible like Nathan Peterman or something like that. We're going to stay away from that. I don't think we need to go to the defenses because they have glaring holes. Steelers can't stop the run, can't stop wide receivers. Browns, on the other hand, are not good against quarterbacks. and they struggle against wide receivers and tight ends as well. So that's why I like Pat Frymouth. That's why he's up there. We're going to stay away from that. Okay. If we're going to kicker, we're going Chris Boswell. McLaughlin has been having a lot of kicking issues. His accuracy is not 100%. Look at that, 71% from a kicker. That is absolutely horrible. He's missing way too many kicks. You don't want to go there. I trust Boswell. Let's continue to find some other gems down below here. Some notable mentions in these flex positions. We're not putting him at captain. That's when you throw in Roethlisberger, and that's when you throw in either Baker Mayfield. Okay, if you have to choose one or the other, I would lean more to Ben Roethlisberger. He's the home quarterback. This is his final game on Monday Night Football in Pittsburgh, so this is going to be a big game for him. If I'm choosing one of the flex quarterbacks, I'm leaning more to Big Ben. Okay, Baker Mayfield does have some turnover problems, but not enough for me to just go to the side of the defense. Okay, it's not enough. It's not enough. Um, some other guys we're going to look at. And we're going to go below the kickers. I have one more guy for you, and that's going to be Ray McLeod, the third right here. He's become more of the slot wide receiver in this offense. He came through with 8 targets, 4 receptions the week prior. He's been getting a little more work each and every week. Against Minnesota, he had another 8 targets. Baltimore, he had 4. So just slowly getting him more involved. Just easier throws for Ben Roethlisberger because he doesn't tend to, throw it deep a lot like he used to. So it's a very different type of offense. Very quick hitched, slants, curls, just a very 1-2-3, and get the ball out of Ben Roethlisberger's hands. That's the idea for this offense. Anyone cheaper than that is I'm not going there. Okay, so the main 3 guys we're going to focus in on for Monday Night Football against the Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to go straight up to the top. We're going to focus on Nick Chubb. We are going to focus on Pat Frymouth because this defense, Browns defense against tight ends, is 24th and 23rd in the league. It's a very glaring hole for them. And we're also going to go with Najee Harris. Okay, we're going to be very consistent right here. We're going to go with solid performers, Nick Chubb, Pat Frymouth, and Najee Harris. I think that's enough salary for you to still pay up for DeAndre Johnson, for Ben Roethlisberger, and then also go down low and get a nice salary saver. Maybe you want Chris Boswell, who's going to probably kick a couple of kicks, or you want to go with Donovan Peoples-Jones or Harrison Bryant, something like that. But the core 3 for your lineups, and each and every lineup should have Nick Chubb, Pat Frymouth, and Najee Harris. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Let me know in that comment section down below if you had any other ideas for the captain or the flex. If you didn't agree with my analysis of the game, let me know down below. We can have a conversation. I can take negative criticism. It's okay. We can go back and forth. And it's going to only help me improve the channel and the way I think and how I break down these games. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsSSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out, guys.